What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And today is September. September? Nah, I saw S. Saturday. I thought it was September. Saturday, December 28, 2024. Like I said, Happy Holidays. It's Jaye. And, it's Christmas season, festive season. Everybody seems to be happy. Everybody seems to be having fun, having a good time. And I'm here to tell you, I hope you're enjoying, you know, your days as well, your holidays as well. And I'm here to tell you that, and as well, this is the season whereby people sneak in and out of your life. People try to come in at the perfect time right now. I'm saying that to say I went out on Christmas Day, actually, Tuesday to Wednesday. So I went out on Tuesday night and it crossed over to Wednesday, and that's Christmas Day. And I went to a night spot, right? My friend invited me. So when I got in, I paid, and immediately I paid, I looked, to proceed forward, and I saw people I knew. I was surprised because they live 2 hours away from me. So me seeing them there, it was like, whoa, like what you doing in the neighborhood? I'm not too shocked to see them. I'm just surprised they drove that far to come in the neighborhood. That's cool. Then I went to the section I was invited to, and I saw additional 7 people. But out of those 7 people, let's just say I wasn't cool with 4 of them. And they came to me, they came to me, try to dab me up, try to, to be cool with me, because everybody just seems to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, people, even fake friends, I've been happy with each other. You know what I'm saying? But just being in the holiday spirit, I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? How you doing? And keep it moving. I'm saying that to say, even though those are the people I don't rock with or the people I'm not really cool with, they still came ahead and they came and say hi to me. You know, I'm telling you this to say people are fake in general. You know what I'm saying? People are fake in general, and it's in the human nature to want what's best for you. Even your own siblings might do you wrong subconsciously just to get out of situation or just to wiggle out of situation. And I'm saying this to say, like, your co-workers are not your friend. Your co-workers are not your friend because you guys are in a business setting. This is strictly business. If it comes to a position whereby they have to pick between you guys' friendship and the job, you best believe you are going out of the picture. You are leaving. They are picking the job over and over and over again. I'll never forget when my boss sat me down. This was like 5, 6 years ago. She sat me down and told me if I wasn't an asset to the company, if I wasn't if I wasn't flexible with my schedule enough, they would have to replace me and let me go. Not because they're mad at me, not because I'm not a good person. Strictly, this is business. That's what she told me. And despite the fact that I sacrificed a bunch of my days, my mornings, early mornings, late night, picking up double shift, covering other managers, stuff like that, didn't matter. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. So I'm letting you know that when it comes to survival, human beings will do what's best for them. And when it comes to avoiding conflicts, avoiding consequences, avoiding being held accountable, most people will try to like dodge and weave and escape that situation. Just think about it this way. Growing up, I have an older brother and an older sister, so I'm the youngest. And anytime I did something bad, let's say I don't know, I broke the TV remote because I was being reckless. And my parents, when they came back and asked us, "Hey, who broke the TV remote?" Even though it was me and I know it's me, I would probably say, "Hey, I didn't do it." Why? Because I don't want to be held accountable. I don't want to face consequences, and I I just don't want to do it. It's very similar to a workplace. When your boss or when your CEO or the person who oversees you comes to you or comes to your friend who is your co-worker, who is your friend, and they ask them, "Hey, so such and such happened. What, like, are you responsible for it?" Even though they did it, they are not gonna say that they did it. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna admit to them doing it. They will say, "You probably did it." You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying this to say you have to keep it strictly business. And you could be like nice, but you can't be too friendly. Being nice would be, "Hey, how was your weekend?" Or "My weekend was good," you know. Or like you asking your coworker, I was their weekend, right? And they would say something like, "Oh, my weekend was good. I went jet skiing and I spent time with the family. What about yourself?" Keep it brief and simple. "Oh, my weekend was good. I did spend time with my friends and we had fun. I appreciate that." And you have a nice day. You keep it pushing. You being too friendly is gonna be like, "Oh my God, this weekend, man, I was running from the popo. Then the other popo was chasing me. I put a banana peel on the floor, so the popo broke his leg. Now I might be on the run now. Don't tell nobody." Or you telling them you just came back from Miami, you just came back from Vegas smoking, doing such and such and such. Now all of a sudden they request you to submit a drug test. Now all of a sudden people are talking about you because you can't keep your mouth shut. Like I said, you can be nice. You being nice is keeping it strictly business and doing what's best for you. But you can't be too friendly. You can't be too friendly. And let me tell you a story why I said that. So I was working this job, right? And at the time, I was selling clothing accessories. And my boss at the time wanted like a hat. So I went to work that day with like five different hats with different colors. So I gave him the opportunity to choose and select like a real businessman would, right? So when I went to work, I showed it to him. He picked one. While we were doing that transaction, two coworkers they walked past the office, which the office door was open, and they saw what was going on. I didn't pay no mind to that, but remember, two people saw what was going on, a male and a female. So after I was done with the transaction, I took the rest of the full product, went back to my car, put it in my back seat, closed the car, and towards the end of the shift, the same people who walked past while I was having a transaction with my boss, one of them, which is a female, which was a female, told me or asked me or begged me, "Hey, can you give us a ride home?" I and the other guy. Then I'm like, "Where do you guys stay?" She said, "Oh, it's only such and such." Then I looked it up. It's only 10 minutes away from where I stay. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? Not bad. We got done our work. We edited out together. So they were trying to sit in the car. I told them, "Hey, hold up, let me take the stuff from the back seat." The product, which I just sold, one to my boss, and four it's remaining. I took it from the back seat, put it in the trunk, closed the trunk, and I was about to pull off, right? They got in my car, one in the front, one in the back. and my gas light was on. I'm the type of person, I'll my schedule is to go to work tomorrow at like 7 a.m., right? And the previous night, I checked my gas tank and it's 50-mile range. And I would tell myself, you know what, I'll buy gas tomorrow when I wake up. Like, let's say you're going to work tomorrow, right? And tonight you see your gas tank is on E, like a 50-mile range to empty, right? Instead of we, and I know I'm not the only one, instead of we buying gas right now, so we save time tomorrow, we wait till tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, I'm actually late. So I can't even buy gas. But the job is only like 12, 10 miles away from the house. And I have 50 miles left, to empty the gas tank. So I'm like, you know what? I would just go straight to work. So I went straight to work that day with like a 50-mile range. When I got to work, it was like 40 mile. And if I was trying to go back home, I would be fine. But just because I got to drop them off and drive 15 more minutes or whatever more minutes, I headed straight to the gas station. And when I went to the gas station, I went to the gas pump, I put my card, it says see cashier. So I'm like, you know what? I'll be right back, guys. I went inside, walked inside, I paid, but while I was doing that, I was looking at my car. I was looking to see, what those guys are doing. To make a long story short, I dropped them off. I went back home. I popped my trunk, try to get the rest of the stuff out to take it inside the house. And to my surprise, it was only two left. And I left four there because I took five to work, gave one to my boss, and it was supposed to remain four. So the whole time I was buying the gas, they reached for the stuff in the trunk from the back seat. So from the back seat, they opened the compartment, the armrest thing, you know what I'm saying? They opened it and they reached for the stuff from the back, took it out of the trunk and put it in their bag inside. So when I called her, I'm like, hey, like, what's going on? I know what you guys did. Before I could even get a chance to say anything, she was screaming and yelling, oh, I'm not that type of girl. Ah, da 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 da. We could pull up right now and we could solve this situation. I'm like, bro, pull up where? I gave you guys a ride. I gave your niggas a ride. You don't even have a car to pull up. But I'm like, I'm not trying to go back and forth with you. I know what you guys did, and have a good, have a good life. And I just hanged up. You see how being too friendly cost me, right? They took my stuff while I'm trying to help them. Make it make sense. Make this shit make sense. I'm trying to help you out. You don't have a ride. It's raining. And me being a nice person, I invited you to my car, stopped at the gas station because of you guys. And while I was doing that, y'all took my stuff. And in additional, you are trying to fight me. Can you imagine that? Can you just imagine that? Just think about it. Someone you try to help and they do this to you. So I'm telling you right now, not every coworker is like that. But do you want to take do you want to take that type of chance? If I was being nice, I would have said, hey, the best I can do for you is you could use my phone and I'll watch you call someone to give you guys a ride. I have somewhere to be. If I had done that, I would have maybe avoided the situation. And mind you, I forgave them. I forgave them. Everything is still in the past, all gone. It's all a lesson. I'm just telling you guys to let you know you being too friendly is going to invite a lot of disrespect. You being too friendly is going to invite a bunch of headache, and it's going to make you lose value because there's an African proverb that says, I'm Nigerian, by the way, and you know Nigerians got a lot of proverbs and stuff, and there's a saying that it goes like, a naked person can put his hand in his pocket. A naked man can put his hand in his pocket, or how that goes. And that translates to, if you put your business out there, you put everything you make, everything you do out there, you don't have no privacy. Everybody sees everything you do. And that makes you lose value, like, because everybody know what you do, and everybody knows about your business. And I want you to just imagine right now, for the most part, the people who are very well respected and admired, they are not really the nicest person, to be honest with you. Most people who are very respected and looked up at a high place or high places, they are very strict people. So you gotta be, I'm not saying be a, you know what I'm saying, a narcissist or someone who don't care about no one other than themselves. All I'm saying is you gotta keep it strictly business. So if you're going on the job saying this, saying that, running your mouth, it's not gonna lead to a very good result. And another example of how your coworkers are not your friend is about my young cousin. So he was working at a restaurant, a very well restaurant, and is the assistant manager. The general manager at the time, that was his friend. Because when I went to my young cousin's birthday party, I saw the general manager. So it was I, my cousin, which was the assistant manager, and his friend, which was the general manager at the time. So I know where this guy is. One day I got a call from my young cousin, and it was like, yo, bruh, they just worked me out of the job. I'm like, why? What's going on? To break the whole story down, the manager at the time got fired. So when the general manager got fired, my young cousin, which is the assistant manager, he got promoted to the general manager, right? But not so fast. Dun, dun, dun. 2 months later, the old manager that got fired, he came back with $1 million lawsuit stating that they fired him unfairly, stating that the same things it did for him to get fired, my young cousin, which was his friend, does the same thing. So basically, what he's trying to say, if you're gonna fire me, you're gonna have to fire everybody out. You're gonna have to fire everybody out here. That's what he's trying to say. And as a real G, you're not always gonna win. Winners lose sometimes. And if that was truly your friend, it would have let you know, hey, look, they just fired me. I'm not so happy about it. But since you are the general manager now, you could go ahead, do what you do. I wish you the best. But no, 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 no. The guy came back with $1 million lawsuit and said, if you're gonna fire me, you're gonna have to fire everybody. And I kid you not, they let a bunch of people go because they don't wanna, you know, miss out or like lose $1 million because he had legitimate reasons. So I'm telling you to say, look, the people you call your friend, y'all go to dinners together, y'all go to birthday parties together, y'all sleep at each other's house. If it comes to the position hereby they gotta keep their job or do what's best for them, I promise you, they will do what's best for them 100% of all the time, 100% of the time. So even though those two guys were best friends, they worked together for years, 4 or 5 years, that didn't matter. The guy came back and said, I want everybody fired since you fired me. I could go on for days to tell you why your coworkers are not your friend. It's a competition, man. You're in a competition. And a real winner will do what it takes to win. And everybody's trying to be a winner. So if you think you telling all your coworkers your deepest secret, your crazy thoughts and stuff like that, even telling them about, oh, I'm about to find a new job, don't tell them nothing like that. The next thing you know, people are gonna start saying, oh, so you're quitting? You didn't even tell the other people, but that one person you told is gonna tell everybody. So why you exposing yourself? Keep it to yourself. As a matter of fact, I realized all the jobs I worked, the more I kept to myself, the more I kept it strictly business, the more they respected me. Because they didn't know what I did. They didn't know what I did outside of work. I don't follow them on social media. I'm not all gigi gaga gaga. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, making jokes like quickie quacky, stuff like that. No. Not because I'm frowning all day, but like, hey, what's up? How was your day? Oh, good. Hey, did you see what just the print from the computer? Da 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 da. Strictly business. And I got much respect by doing that. But that's my rant for today. Like I said, your coworkers are not your friend. You could keep it strictly business. That's no big deal. But I want you to know, if it comes to a situation whereby they have to do what's best for them, trust and believe they will do what's best for them. And I want you to know as well, as you earn more respect by being, how do you say that word? By being not too secretive, but by being private. You don't want to put your life out there all the way. Because if you tell them everything, they will tell everybody everything, and they will add more onto that. And it's just going to create a bunch of headache. So, guys, that's my rant for today. It's Jaye. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me, because I feel like I have to get I have to get this off my chest. Especially when they stole from me, man, my heart pressure was like boiling. Like, I'm like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I could be? But all that is just in the past. Now I look at it and just laugh. By that time, man, it wasn't funny, man. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny at all. But like I said, I want you to comment below, subscribe, like, let me know what you think. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time.